And so today, ladies and gentlemen, we had several questions about the viability of this bike on the highway. So today we're going to do a little test and see what we can do. Just put some more air in the tires, so we should be ready to go. Now, this is not just the highway, this is the interstate. This is I-80. So we're going to see what we can do. I'm going to head on over to Sparks, Reno area, and see what this bike is capable of.
Probably 70 and be somewhat fine. The bike is stable. Any faster than that, I don't think is really possible out for this bike. I mean, you have to remember it only has 16 horsepower. And also not having the little fairing that's on the stock light. This thing is as aerodynamic as a brick, basically. Also, I decided to pick the Reno Sparks side. Going that way because the speed limit is 70. Going back east on I-80, the speed limit is 80, which there's no way this bike is going to be able to do that. Remember that the throttle's pinned, and I'm running at maybe 7,500, 8,000 RPM, depending on the little ups and downs. 70 is not a consistent speed because, once again, crosswinds, winds from people passing you, the slight upgrades and downgrades in the road, you'll hit maybe plus or minus 5 miles per hour. So if you're going up a hill, you'll probably hit it at 65, if not less, especially in a full, head-on wind blast. I personally don't mind getting on the highway. I've ridden east on I-80 out to the Nightingale mining district to do some off-roading there, and I mean, it's unpleasant. This bike does vibrate a lot just because it's a thumper and you're max revving just to basically keep pace and not really even keep pace. Is it unpleasant? A little bit more here because of the wind out here. The desert is pretty intense at times. You do have to watch those crosswinds, but the bike's pretty stable. And I tend more to get blown around by somebody's wake when they're doing 90 as they pass me. The plan for today was basically to head to the Honda store to basically look at the Unrebel 500, which I know it's a small bike. Supposedly the top speed on that bike is, I think, 100 pretty much, at least for the 500 model. The weight is about 400 pounds, give or take, and it's definitely not a coast-to-coast screamer, but will it do the job? Yes, of course it will. People have ridden cross-country on Ninja 250s, so I'm not really worried about that, but I do want a smaller bike. I could get one of the on the Shadows, since I'm looking at cruisers. The main idea with the Rebel, I think, is that I can modify it somewhat in case I ever want to take it off-road light on fire roads and whatnot. Besides that, it's an Himalayan or even a Royal Enfield Classic, which, I mean, those are torquey bikes. They're not geared for a lot of horsepower, or at least the horsepower is down low. I think the Enfield 500 Classic, that's about 24 horsepower, which is pretty much the same as the RX-3, if you're thinking about it. So the only difference is that you have more torque down low than the RX-3. Highway capability, both of those suck. On the Rebel, kind of sucks too, but at least you have the Japanese quality. Basically looking for something do some long distance rides. I want to do some moto camping this summer, hit up some different areas, basically ride around the country a bit more. And I mean, that's where this bike fails. Maybe if I got an RX-3, I could have done that easier, I guess. But then again, the RX-3 on some of these off-road areas in the desert, I really wouldn't feel comfortable taking that, just because it could probably handle it, but having a lighter bike in some of these situations around here is a plus, especially since I pretty much ride solo. One of the worst things that happened when I was riding solo was coming down steep embankment into a turn, and it was really deep sand. It had to be at least, I'd say, probably a foot of sand at the base of that turn. And so, of course, I went down in that turn and got my leg pinned underneath the bike. And the problem was, I wasn't injured or anything because I was wearing my boots, but just the weight of the bike pinning my leg down and being in a foot of sand, not being able to easily get out of that. Definitely, I think the lighter bikes are a must, at least for me. Oh yeah, so yeah, I did get to Big Valley Honda and checked out the Rebel 500, and man, that is a small bike, but it reminds me a lot of the Csc Tt250, which actually I really kind of missed that bike. I don't know why, I just really liked it. Yes, it was a small bike, it was low to the ground, it's a cruiser. Actually, I think the Csc, it probably weighed just under 400 pounds. I do remember getting blown around a lot, and I was riding that on the East Coast where the speed limit was like 65. But definitely 400 pounds, and with a 500 engine, I could definitely see myself using that. Plus, the wider tires are definitely an upgrade compared to, like, you know, Rebel 250 or even these tires. They're too skinny. I don't really like these skinny tires. They remind me of bicycle tires. Or anything? No, I'm not going to go for a sport bike or a sports style bike. Mainly because I messed up my back a couple years back, so I can't really stay in that riding position, the sporty style. Plus, I know myself, and if I was on a sport bike or anything that was that light and nimble, it might be that scene from The Matrix, weaving in and out of traffic at 100 mile an hour. I don't trust myself, really. So hey, if you have any suggestions for bikes that I should look at, you know, put them down in the comments. I'm open to more standard and cruiser style bikes. I just like cruiser style bikes. It's one of those things. It's just like, as nothing fancy would say, it's the second kind of cool. I just love them. And by the way, if you're wondering how I got all these camera angles, I'm using that I call it the dildo mount for the GoPro. It's just this flexible thing, and Walmart's got it, you know, every place, Best Buy, whatever. It's this flexible thing that just clamps on, literally just clamps on to anywhere on the bike that you want, and you just put the camera on the one end, and you can bend it around, twist it like a snake to get any kind of crazy angle that you want. So I hope this makes videos more interesting. I'll try to come up with something in the future. Maybe I'll get a drone, I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.